Deadpool is, well, he's unique. Bear with me. You see, one of the many things that differentiates Deadpool is the fact that he is fully aware that he is a fictional character in a comic cinematic universe. He's not real. His universe isn't real. Nothing is real. This means that he, and by extension, his world, has no meaning or purpose outside of making Disney and its shareholders a truckload of money. And he's fine with this. Hell, he's more than fine with it. Deadpool revels in the absurdity of it all. And as it just so happens, there's actually a name for this philosophy: absurdism. In this video, we are going to explore how Deadpool exemplifies this often overlooked philosophy and see how we too can, well, be more like Deadpool and find freedom and joy in the absurd. I know, I just said be more like Deadpool. Jesus. What is absurdism? Okay, so absurdism. Absurdism is the idea that life has no intrinsic meaning, and yet we keep searching for meaning anyway. And it's this conflict that between our deep desire for purpose and the universe's indifference, it's this conflict that makes life absurd. To really understand absurdism, it helps to compare it with its two more celebrated cousins: nihilism and existentialism. All three philosophies agree that the universe is devoid of inherent meaning or purpose, but each responds to this condition in its own special way. Nihilism says that life has no meaning, full stop, period, the end. That's it. Life just stares into the void and shrugs. There's no comfort, no rebellion, just cosmic apathy. Existentialism, on the other hand, says that, sure, life has no meaning, but that doesn't mean that you can't create your own. In fact, you should. Existentialism says that you have the freedom and responsibility to create your own meaning through your choices and actions. In other words, the universe doesn't assign you a purpose, you assign one to yourself. This brings us to absurdism. Like the other philosophies, absurdism teaches that life is inherently meaningless, but that doesn't stop us from searching for meaning. The absurdity of existence arises from this mismatch. We ask the universe for answers, and it, hands us a kazoo or something. Now, this might seem bleak, but absurdism says, nah, it's all good. Don't fight it, embrace it. Delight in the absurdity of it all. Love life, not for some purpose, but for the chaotic, glorious mess that it is. And if there's anyone who delights in this ridiculousness and embraces the absurdity of it all, it's Deadpool. Okay, so with that, here's how Deadpool exemplifies absurdism. Deadpool's awareness of the absurd. One of Deadpool's defining characteristics is the fact that he's aware that he's a, fictional character in a comic cinematic universe. He breaks the fourth wall.
Fourth wall break inside a fourth wall break. That's like 16 walls.
He understands runtime and pacing.
Audiences are accustomed to long run times. Home stretch, folks, promise.
And struggles with budgetary constraints imposed by the studio.
It's a big house. It's funny that I only ever see two of you. It's almost like the studio couldn't afford another X-Men.
He also interacts with, the film set itself. He messes with the camera.
Suck it, Fox. I'm going to Disneyland. Get fucked!
Makes direction decisions.
No more speaking lines for you.
Let's give it a beat for the extras to clear. Go. Oh my God.
And calls on set personnel.
And where in God's name is the intimacy coordinator?
And there's more. Not only does he know he's on a film set making a movie, he also knows where this movie sits in the larger cinematic canon. He calls back to his time as Green Lantern.
And please don't make the super suit green or animated.
Knows where his movie stands in terms of box office receipts.
Passion of the Christ, then me, at least domestically.
We beat them overseas, where there's no such thing as religion.
Understands his role in the MCU.
I am Marvel Jesus.
And even goes so far as to, well, attempt to course correct the canon where he sees, let's call them opportunities for revision.
Can we just be done?
Ooh, we're just getting started.
No. With the whole multiverse thing. It's not great. It's just been miss after miss after miss.
Our reality is no less absurd. So now here's the thing. Our universe is no less absurd than that of Deadpool's. The only difference is he's aware of it and allows himself to act freely in that absurdity. For example, your boss has authority over you, but who gave them that authority? And where did that person get the authority to put your boss in authority over you? Now, keep following this line of reasoning, and you're going to find it's turtles all the way down. Basically, it just goes back to who had the bigger army. So yeah, next time you look at an org chart, just know that it's all grounded in violence. And come to think of it, what even is authority in the first place? We treat the idea as though it's self-evident, but it's really not. It's a fiction we created to organize and control one another for various purposes, some more ethical than others. Then there's money. Money isn't real. It's just a fiction that we all agreed to recognize as a store of value. And come to think of it, what's value? But we'll leave that one alone. But yeah, a store of value, what is that? Let's say that you're paid by direct deposit. Then you pay your bills through automatic withdrawal. So where's the money? Truth is, money doesn't exist anywhere in reality. It's just imagined. And yet it's money that runs the world. We're talking about a fiction that keeps the world spinning, the economy chugging, and society intact. I mean, if that isn't absurd, I don't know what is. I could go on. I'm weird like that. But just know that there is no end to the absurdity that surrounds us. So yeah, you, me, Deadpool, there's no difference except for the degree to which we recognize and embrace the absurdity. Deadpool's struggle with meaning. Now remember, it's the conflict between our desire for meaning and the universe's indifference that causes life to be absurd. And in this way, Deadpool is just like the rest of us, seeking for purpose and meaning in his life. Like us, he wants to matter.
So look around you. I mean, they're the best of the best. And what they do matters.
We're human beings. We crave purpose. After all.
You'll never fucking matter.
Wade, you can finally matter.
That's all I've ever really wanted.
I know.
Everyone wants to matter.
Now, sometimes he tries to push this need away, but that only succeeds in pushing away those he loves.
What? Show me you care about something bigger than you. Ever since they turned you down, you took a knee. Baby, you never got back up.
But in the end, he discovers what truly matters.
Care, because my entire world is right here in this picture.
How Deadpool embraces the absurd. Deadpool acknowledges and revels in the absurd better than anyone else. So let's see how he does this. Deadpool lives in rebellion. Deadpool is fully conscious of his absurd and ultimately tragic circumstances. But rather than letting this crush him, he lives in glorious rebellion against it. As Albert Camus once wrote, "The only way to deal with an unfree world is to become so absolutely free that your very existence is an act of rebellion." We can see this when Deadpool refuses to follow the TVA's rules, and rather than following their predetermined plan for him, following their script, he writes his own.
Yep. I'll do it.
Wise choice. The sacred timeline's happy to have you.
I was talking about finding the Wolverine and breaking your fucking nose.
In so doing, he's not just defying the TVA, he's mocking the very idea that they can impose order and control in an absurd universe. Sure, what he does is absurd, but no less so than the rules that he's breaking. By adding his own ridiculousness to the mix, Deadpool isn't resisting meaninglessness with despair, he's embracing it. And that, to absurdism, is the essence of rebellion. Deadpool embraces freedom.
No, what are you waiting for? Do it!
Deadpool isn't bound by rules or constructs. To him, societal norms around what's virtuous, heroic, or even socially appropriate are just artifacts of our attempts to impose meaning on a meaningless universe. And since these norms are built on erroneous assumptions that there's meaning in the universe, Deadpool doesn't feel obligated to follow them. Instead, he acts according to his own values, his own priorities, and his own absurd logic.
You know, I'm nothing if not morally flexible.
This isn't selfish chaos. This is freedom in the face of absurdity. He knows the universe doesn't offer a script, so he writes his own. A little bit of existentialism in there. It's all right. They overlap. Deadpool finds joy in the absurd. Rather than becoming dispirited by searching for meaning in a meaningless universe, Deadpool finds joy in the absurdity of existence. He doesn't chase external validation or worry himself over reaching the life's goals that society sets for us. Instead, he finds joy in the chaos, meaning in his own madness, and fulfillment in the moments that matter most to him. Whether that's forming unlikely friendships, choosing Peter to join his team,
You're in.
or making wildly inappropriate jokes while bleeding out.
Wow. Enjoy hell, swamp mouth.
In all these instances, Deadpool lives in the here and now and loves every moment of it. Deadpool mocks the illusion of order and control.
Now go away or I shall taunt you a second time.
When Deadpool goes back in time and, let's say, corrects his career missteps, he's not trying to impose order. He's mocking the very idea that there's order and control in the first place. Time, causality, or moral rules, all of these are fictions in an absurd universe. And if these fictions presume to restrict or control them, well then, they deserve his scorn. Deadpool chooses his own morality. In absence of divine rules or cosmic justice, absurdism leaves morality up to the individual. Deadpool doesn't look for what's right in a universal sense. He chooses what he feels is right to fight for. Now, he's no Boy Scout, but he's not amoral either. He follows a very strict moral code, one of his own creation, one that values loyalty and commitment and just doing what he feels is right for the moment. He protects kids, avenges wrongs done to those whom he loves, and forms emotional bonds with people that, well, society often overlooks. He's not following traditional heroism. He's following his own code. In an absurd universe, morality isn't handed down, it's constructed. And Deadpool's construction? Well, it's messy, bloody, and wildly inappropriate, but it's real, and it's his own particular North Star. So yeah, maybe you and I can learn a little bit from this, right? I mean, within boundaries. Boundaries, people. Don't go nuts. All right, so that's all I've got for today. Now go off and make some trouble, and we'll talk again soon. By adding his own ridiculousness to the mix, Deadpool isn't resisting meaninglessness with despair. Despair?